Hello, I'm Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away, especially when you're camping.
That's right. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for daily updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. Thanks for joining us on our keto journey.
Audio is working just great, by the way.
Yay!
Easy Zells is on. Says good morning, everyone.
Oh.
Debbie says happy Friday. Ellen says happy Friday. Looking forward to my salted caramel and chocolate toffee mix for lunch. Jerry says guten morgen. Chris is on as well, so is Glenda. The holiday weekend is here.
Yay!
Annie says good morning, everyone.
Whoops.
Somebody's calling you. Private number.
It's my child.
It probably is. Sonia says good morning. Aaron says good morning. Susan is on. So is Becky. MJ says it's in the house.
MJ is in the house.
TC's like happy Friday. John is on also. So is Karen and Debbie. Looking great as always. You're look at how great it looks.
Thank you.
Bluto says I tried Snickerdoodle in my coffee yesterday. It wasn't bad, but it can't compete with caramel macchiato. Denise is on. So is Jessica. Mike says good morning. My favorite corporate officers. Okay. Or corporate raiders or Tuscan raiders or one of the two. Kathleen says good morning all. Laura is on as well. Lisa says good morning. Got my replacement ice cream maker yesterday. Fingers crossed we get to eat ice cream today.
I hope so.
Jerry walked 3 miles this morning.
Yay, Jerry.
Marie loved her Chow Club box.
Yay, I'm glad.
And Joe did finally post his unboxing. And then Autumn from Watch Autumn Keto this morning, they did it on their live stream.
Nice.
So
awesome.
Yeah. Okay, it says, turns out I have a coworker who lived off Soylent for a month. Turned his hair gray. Since you guys are in the future food space, maybe you know what it was that Soylent might be missing.
Oh, man.
Animal proteins are probably what it's missing. But I don't know. It should be designed to give all of the nutrients that you need. So that's a bit of an oversight if it didn't.
Yeah.
The problem is that they're going for the plant stuff. They're going for vegan, and we don't go that way. So we go for the optimal human nutrition. So we're using vitamin D3 instead of D2 and stuff like that. You were asking that a couple days ago. You're like, what has vitamin D3 in it or vitamin D in it? I'm like, well, everything's going to tell you to get plant sources, but that's all vitamin D2.
Yeah, well, and we do know that like a lot of people do vegan and vegetarian keto, but you just need to supplement with vitamins because you can't get enough from the food.
Very difficult.
So you can do it. Like people do it all the time. We just don't. And that's okay because we're not all the same.
Speaking of fun dietary restrictions, Annie says, what can I do for lactose intolerance?
With Keto Chow? Use avocado oil.
Now, there is some lactose in Keto Chow. A lot of people that we know that are lactose intolerant are absolutely fine with the amount of lactose that's in Keto Chow, and it doesn't cause any problems for them at all. If you're allergic to milk proteins, that's something different. But yeah, avocado oil works really well. And for that matter, butter has 0.03 grams of total carbohydrates per tablespoon.
And you could try ghee if you wanted to, if you were worried about that.
Yep.
And then if you tried those and still had a problem, you can get the base powder and get a non-dairy protein powder to put with it.
That would work really well. Sandra says, good morning, late breakfast, caramel macchiato, and twisty bacon.
Ooh,
which is the best bacon.
Twisty bacon.
Cheryl says, especially if you're going to bake it.
Yeah, we need to put bacon on our list.
We've got a lot of frozen bacon in it.
Do we?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
We actually have a 15-pound box that is still in the...
Oh, then we need to separate?
We do need to separate.
Dang it.
Candace says, hi, all Keto Chow family. I'm having Snickerdoodle. Elizabeth says, what kind of ice cream maker? I've struck out twice. I have to go back to the video. That the other lady got, she got the Cuisinart,
yeah.
and it didn't work. So it was broken. So she contacted the manufacturer, and they had Amazon send her a new one. Jessica says, what's the surprise in the July box?
Orange
Orange
mango.
mango. There's a couple of them. But Lynette says, good morning. Ludo says, yeah, animal-based is the real deal. Sean says, how does that work? Soylent even sound appetizing. Yeah, it's soy and lentils is the original thing. And when I first heard of Soylent as in the company, I thought that it was actually a joke.
But it's not.
Rihanna says,
But
good
then
morning.
our name also is kind of
Yeah,
funny.
that's true. Says, listening to the chiropractor. Glenn says, I'm having eggnog keto chow in my coffee. Sounds weird, but it's so good.
Nice. That sounds good.
Dennis says, morning, Glory Bears and Keto Chow family. Chad says, I finally got my chow box. Can't wait to try chocolate peanut butter mixed with
Oh,
banana.
yes.
Pluto says, Soylent Greenness people, sorry but had to. Truthfully, it would probably be healthier if it was. Actually, it probably would.
Gross.
Glenda says, I know, it reminds me of that old movie with Charlton Heston. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And now the
I think that's what they're playing
company
off of.
Soylent is actually based on the book called Make Room, Make Room that had it Soylent Green in it that was soy and lentils, not people. But yeah. The funny thing is, before I had never actually, I still haven't seen that entire movie.
I haven't either. It's okay.
Yep, I'm too young. TC's Life says full fat coconut milk in the can is a good non-dairy alternative.
Oh, yes. Thank you,
If you're gonna do
TC.
you might as well just use coconut
No,
oil.
I think it's good. I think, and it's especially good if you make it into ice cream because it's super smooth.
Yep. Let's see. I forget the name of the guy, but one of the plant-based advocates say that keto chow is plant-based if you use plant oil and make sure it's over 50% of daily calories. Yeah, plant-based. What does plant-based mean?
Means it has some plant in it.
Yeah, plant-based is the terminology that people use who don't want to say vegan and don't want to be strong in what they're talking about. If you mean plant only, say plant only.
Yeah, nobody says plant
Plant-based-
only.
No, they always say plant-based. And I usually call people out on that and say, what do you mean by plant-based? Do you mean more than 50% of calories from plants? Or do you mean more than 50% of protein from plants? What do you actually mean? They're like, I mean only plants. I'm like, so say only plants. You don't need to tone down your message.
Yeah, but it sounds better. Like it's just
It's
it's
trying
that
to be
whole
moderate.
like when we were growing up, the whole fruits and vegetables, eat more fruits and vegetables that have been ingrained into our brains from our infancy.
Fancy.
And it's like, oh, plants, oh yes, have a salad. Everybody associates a salad with being healthy, right?
Jerry says, non-scale victory, saw a neighbor this morning, and she gave me a nice compliment. She's seen my weight loss, and she called me skinny.
Oh,
Which is funny. He says, I did break 270 this morning. Hey, there you go. And he says, thank you. I've been using ghee and coconut milk and other nut milk. My tummy is still
Nice.
funny with one shake a day. You can also take lactate.
Oh yeah, and a probiotic helps, and sometimes gelatin will help too. So
That's true.
play with a couple of
May
options.
not actually even be the lactose. Well, and Hey Jude says, I'm lactose intolerant. I have no problems with keto chow, butter, or heavy whipping cream. Definitely can't do milk.
Oh yeah.
Denise says, my freezer broke and no one can come out until next week. Ran to Home Depot, got a chest freezer, and now we can have keto chow ice cream on the 4th. Okay.
That was close.
Dennis says, my father loved the toasted pineapple in my third attempt at pineapple upside down mug cake.
Nice.
Andrew says, saw a keto chow pancake recipe on Two Crazy Ketos that looks yummy. Do you recommend vanilla or any other flavor? The only time I've made that, I used peaches
And it was
and
yummy.
cream, and it was fan-freaking-tastic. So
But it's a good thick pancake. Like
Yeah.
it's not like a
I think that any flavor would work for that.
totally, except for the savories.
I don't know. They might make kind of a,
Bread.
yeah, like cornbread.
Ooh, let's put the O drops in there.
Let's see. Shauna says, I'm enjoying my club box. Great box again. Thanks.
Thank
Candace
you.
says, coconut oil is grainy. If you get the refined coconut oil, it should not be unless it wasn't properly melted, in which case you can heat it up
Yes.
and enjoy it warm. Yeah, if you ever get clumpy keto chow, heat it up, drink it out of a mug. It's fantastic. There's actually a video on, I think it's called Fixing Improperly Mixed Keto Chow by Heating It Up. Is the name of the video.
Okay.
Let's see. Debbie says, no. Chris calling someone out on something? I like it there.
I know he's
I try to
confrontational.
be actually peaceful. Rossiana
is.
says, made blender ice cream in the orange mango, and it was delicious.
Nice.
Mike says, plant-based is propaganda. So it says, morning all slowly recovering slowly from my spinal fusion surgery with a few bumps in the road. When mixing Keto Chow flavors, do you use half and half? So half of one flavor and half of another. A lot of times we do that,
Yep.
or we will mix up both at the same time and then split it in half,
Yeah.
which is actually a lot easier to do. And a lot of times when we do it, we're mixing 3 at a time in our blender.
Yeah.
And so we'll do like 2 of one and 1 of another, or 1 of one and 2 of another.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, and I'll do 1.5 scoops and 1.5 scoops, but I'm also not like super Nazi about if it's exactly correct. Exact.
Okay, it says eat less fruits, more vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
Arnie says orange mango sounds like a good ice cream. Elizabeth says I've been listening to Gary Tobbs on Audible last night. So good.
Oh, nice.
MJ says plant-based folks can eat animal products without getting caught on Instagram. Liz says I am lactose intolerant. I can do butter, but adding gelatin has been a game changer. Ooh, nice. Jeannie says, there's this thing about adding your own fat. I've tried to share Keto Chow, and she's like, I just can't eat all that fat. Let's see, 2 or 3 tablespoons compared to how much is in a fried chicken leg or wing or a pork chop. It can't be that far off from whatever is in one meal on a normal diet. But the thing about it is you can add as much or as little fat to a thing
so
of
you
Keto
could
Chow
do
as you
less
want.
fat.
We do recommend no fewer than 10 grams per serving of fat.
Or have fat, right
have
after
fats.
you ate or whatever at the same time.
Arnie
so you
says,
can get those
how
vitamins.
much gelatin? Beef is best, I'm assuming. So there is a video about using gelatin in Keto Chow, but the short version is if you use a teaspoon, it will thicken it up. If you use 2 teaspoons, it'll make pudding. If you use 3 teaspoons, it will make jello.
Yeah, and then you're like dumping your blender bottle out into
But if
a
you
bowl.
heat it up, it makes it liquid again, no matter how much you use.
Yep.
Sean says, Chris having a video for almost everything for the win.
Yay.
Right? Let's see. Sonia, where did it say that Sonia was having problems? Oh, yes. Spinal fusion surgery.
Oh, honey, I hope you're doing good.
To know about that. Let's see. Kaden says, when we first started, my wife was a huge fan of Neapolitan, which she mixed separately and then poured exactingly. Oh. Now, which is funny, if you were to add some gelatin to that, you could totally make it layered. Mike says 2 minutes after typing plant-based on YouTube, there's an ad on Facebook that claims plant-based keto friendly improves your fake British accent. Wow. Okay. Well,
should make an ad like that.
We're making this live stream a little short because we need to run to the bank to sign some stuff.
Oh yeah.
We thought we had signed everything, and we hadn't, and so we need to sign it. So, plus, I need to make some deposit because when people come into the actual Keto Chow storefront, they like to pay with cash and not with checks, just cash.
That's because checks went the way of the earth.
Yeah, nobody uses checks. But I do have some checks because every once in a while, UPS and USPS lose stuff. And so we say, give me money. And they say, okay, fine. But we've already shipped out the replacement to people. Becky says, good morning, kids headed to Ray and Joe's house to play on the slide. Oh, yeah. I want to see pictures of that. And Shauna says, however, 3 teaspoons of gelatin in a hot shake this AM makes a nice, rich, hot coffee Keto Chow shake. All right, so we're going to take off. Tomorrow we will be on from...
We'll try to be on time.
Yeah, well, let's try to be on time.
It'll depend on if the people with us need to have breakfast at a good time or not.
Meg just ran to the bank. Now she gets to pay bills. All right, we'll catch you later, everybody, and have a fantastic day.
Happy 4th.
Yep.